been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It'll be 5 weeks when you play. When you guys kick off Saturday night, it'll be 5 weeks since your last home game. Does it feel like a lot has happened since then?
I'd say so, 100%. We're excited to be back home. We haven't played well at home, honestly, and we're excited to get a home win since we haven't had one in a while. And I feel like the guys are fired up. It's at nighttime, and like you said, we've had a stretch where we've just been on the way for a good little while. But I think the guys are excited. I know everyone else in the building is excited, so we're just looking forward to it.
That was something Max said yesterday, that you played your best games on the road. Is that something? Is that one of the goals? Is to get back here and play your best game?
I wouldn't say it's a goal. I'd say it's a standard thing. Anytime you play at home, you want to make sure you dominate your own turf. And this year it's just been the complete opposite. But like I said, we're excited for a home game this coming up Saturday, and excited to get the ball rolling.
Staying on that, so much has happened. And when you guys were last here, so much was happening. You guys lost your fourth in a row, you had Ty Lee. How different is the vibe now?
Oh, it's
from now to back then.
Yes, sir. It's very different. The defense is doing their thing, and the offense is finally where we want to be, and that's pretty much balanced, and that's the team we're going to be. We found that out 4 games later after that stretch, and sometimes it takes things a little bit longer to understand and figure out, and for us, it's happening at the right time. And so I feel like everyone's locked into their job, locked into finishing this thing out the way we want to finish out.
When you go back to the start of fall camp, Coach Clemens was really sick, and then Max's injury, Tyler, and everything else, and then you're the third quarterback coming in. Things happen for a reason. Do you feel like now you guys are kind of at a point where you maybe could have been a couple months ago but weren't because of circumstances, but you're where you need to be now?
I think 100%. I think, like I said, we're where we want to be at right now from a point of knowing who we are, knowing what we want to accomplish, and not letting anything get in our way. And I feel like the whole team as a whole, we're keeping those prayers tight with us, with Ty Lee, with Mitch, those people in general, and just letting the ball roll and just playing for those guys.
Jacolby, during the first bye week, I should say, you mentioned how that was really important to just get your body healed up from sort of the hits you had taken. But now you're coming off your second bye week in less than a month, coming off of a game where you only threw 3 passes in the second half against Florida State. Do you feel physically as good as you have felt since you took over the starting role?
I say yes, sir, 100%. Like I said a couple weeks ago during our last bye week, it was still a lot of self-evaluation for me, and I feel like I did the same thing as well. Even though we won against FSU, it was more of okay, what can I do? What can I do to better myself for this team? What can I do? If that's making sure I get enough sleep, making sure I'm eating right, making sure I'm still losing weight, still want to be where I am, things in that, making sure my job is where it needs to be when we have a protection, things in that nature, and most importantly, just being a leader, making sure I'm being the leader on the field and off the field, and making sure I'm just making sure that this team has a chance to finish the way we want to finish out.
Jacolby, I know that in several weeks we've kind of asked you a lot about your increased comfort and things like that. But did you ever get a sense during this year, since you took the starting job, of some of those other guys on offense kind of getting a comfort and a feel for like your tendencies, if that makes sense? I know you knew some of them from your first stint, but did you feel as you were kind of getting in there, being the starter, that they were starting to, I guess, get more comfortable playing with you?
Oh, yes, sir. I believe that 100%. Me coming here and still throwing to those guys, it felt the same, but it also felt different in a way of, okay, I've been gone for a year. Everyone changes in a year. Like, it's not the same as if I was here in the beginning. And so I feel like now we're starting to do things from when I was first here to where the deep ball has finally been connected in practice, things like that. And we've just been really consistent with the deep ball and them understanding how I want certain things and I'm understanding how they want certain things. And so I feel like we're all just connecting at the right time.
You mentioned losing weight. Have you lost all the weight you need to lose? You're a couple of pounds?
I have a goal this year for now, but I still want to lose for next year as well. So it's just going to continue to just go down as I go. But that's just where I feel comfortable at, and so we're just going to keep that just continue to lose weight throughout the weeks.
So you're kind of at a number where you're happy with for now.
Mm-hmm.
Has that contributed to maybe your elevated play?
I mean,
That you drop some and now you're kind of at the same weight and your body kind of feels the way it needs to feel every week?
I'd say yes, but I can also say no. I mean, I feel like I can play at most any weight, but for me to feel comfortable and feel like, okay, I'm not just leading this team to be in games, but actually to win games, then that's when I'd say yes, me losing weight is beneficial.
Are you even allowing yourself, Jacolby, to maybe have an eye toward next season where you would enter camp with a good chance of being the starting quarterback again and have that sort of continuity that wasn't really there at the beginning of the season? Are you even allowing yourself to think about that at all, or is it just being ready for you right now?
I'd say that's a great question, but I mean, anything leading to next year, I really don't really have any say-so to right now. I mean, it's just me focusing on winning out this year and doing what we have to do to finish out the season we want to finish out.
What are the critiques like from your dad these days? Remember earlier, and you guys set up one night talking a long time after one of the losses, but have they changed any? And what's the feedback like?
They have 100%. So I have a 13-year-old sister, and she's competitive in sports as well. And so those conversations to where like, oh, we finally got everyone in the family is now a winner. And so it's just things like that, because down there in my family, we're all super competitive. And my dad, he hasn't lost a single football game yet. And this season. Oh yeah. And so my little sister, I mean, she loses, but I kind of give her the benefit of the doubt sometimes, but she's the same way as my dad, to where if I end up losing, she'll call me, she was like, hey, I watched the game, and she'll just say it so suddenly, and I was like, and I just sit there, she was like, you'll get them next time, and I wouldn't even say a single word. And so I just know she doesn't like when I lose, and so I love her. I love that about her. But yes, 100%, the conversations have gone completely different. For me, I love him so much just because he doesn't want me to be consistent, just being fine with this win. Like, he's always telling me, like, I saw this, like, what happened there? When I got sacked, he was like, you got to throw that ball away, things like that. And so it's just me just making sure I'm just not satisfied with just playing well, just keep improving each week.
Yeah, he doesn't let you get complacent.
Mm-hmm.
So was that your sister? Is she the one that said we finally got a winner?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah, that one hurts quite a bit. Was
that like family group chat, or did she say that over like a phone call?
It's funny. I call my mom, so when I call my mom, my little sister always picks up for some reason, and I go, and I go, so where's mom at? She's just busy,
right?
Because she just wants to talk to me about football, because she loves football. She wants to play football, but my dad won't let her. She's probably about 4'7", 13-year-old. She's kind of short, but she just loves the sport, and so she just always gives me a hard time.
I got you.
What sport does she play?
Plays a little bit of everything. She plays softball, volleyball, basketball. That's about it.
What's she playing right now that she's
I think she's playing travel softball right now.
softball?
Mm-hmm.
They come to the game?
I don't think my little sisters are, but my mom and dad are.
Yeah, she's probably all over the southeast every weekend.
Oh, yeah.
Playing travel softball.
Mm-hmm. 100%.
Has she been here to a game?
She has. She loves it here. She was kind of upset when I first left, but as soon as I came back, she was probably the most excited.
You were playing closer to home.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Jacolby y'all got reports this week, and what have you seen from them? And it seems like, they're, involved in a lot of high-scoring games. So, what is it that when you look at them, what do you see?
Very talented on the D-line. They'll for sure give us some challenges up front, to where we just have to be disciplined and be disciplined to our game plan and just move the ball as we want. Secondary wise, I mean, they play a little bit off, but they understand their defense better than anyone else, so they understand where teams want to attack them, things in that nature, and we just have to be very well fit with our game plan of just making sure everything looks different, to where nothing's predictable.
Matt Brown was telling us yesterday, they're making plans, to be, to play in the bowl with the roster management and all that stuff and everything. And so, you all are not bowl eligible yet. So how do you square that in the last two games here?
You said what, sir? Say that again.
How do you square those things? You're not bowl eligible yet, but he's planning on being in the bowl game. So see these last two games here?
I'd say it's for us, it's just taking it one day at a time, you know. I mean, obviously that's the main goal is going to a bowl game, but you can't get to a bowl game unless you just win football games. And so we're focused on winning the rest of these football games and hoping we're placed to where we need to be and get this thing rolling the way we planned on, the way we said in the fall.
Yesterday we were talking to Chip, and he was talking about the offensive line. He said he felt that they're gelling more now that they've been healthier, just kind of having a degree of cohesion. As a quarterback, how do you kind of, I guess, quantify that, if that makes sense? Like, how do you kind of sense the continual improvement of the line in game and things like that?
Oh, yeah. I mean, those guys up front are doing a heck of a job, and it makes my job a lot easier, honestly. I just think we're a lot more vocal up front to where you don't really see those type of MAs anymore, to where a guy comes free, things like that, to where one guy's not on the same page as the rest of the guys. And that's just kind of what we build everything on. If one guy isn't set on what we're doing, then it kind of messes everything up. But as you can see from the last couple of weeks, everybody's just been on the same page. And I think the verbal communication from me to them has been spot on. And so we're just going to keep improving on that as we go. I mean, it's good now, but it can always be great. So we're just going to keep improving on that.
Have you felt like you've had more time in the bucket?
100%. And I think we've just done a really good job with the run game to where defenses know that we're not going to be predictable. And so they don't know exactly what's going to happen next. And so, I mean, just a shout out to them for being just really good in the run game, and obviously,
That was a great escape you had of 11. Wasn't it 11 there in the first half?
Yeah.
I mean, that was. It was making a move.
Perfect.
He's the guy that goes through the question. No. Well, you said last question. I was going to sing him out.
We're good.
Thanks, Joe.